Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled Show with Big Lee and Ace. NFL Week 10. Let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 10. Cannot wait, Big Ree. Me and Big Ree are on fire. And wow, this is one hell of a run for the dynamic duo of Big Ree and Ace, and cannot wait for this week. It's going to be another juicy weekend. Keeping that money train rolling, boys and girls. Make sure, Big Ree,
to subscribe, like, comment, join the membership.
Join the membership. I wanna say that again. Join the membership. First, to support the channel, Big Ree and Ace support us, but members only. ATS, we had the Raiders. They hit. We had Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday night. They hit. And we had the Cleveland Browns, -8, they hit. So 3-0 against the spread on the member-only picks. And we're on a roll, so join the membership. Let's get into the quote of the day, Big Ree. And so here's the quote of the day. Keep on going, and the chances are that you will stumble on something, perhaps when you are least expecting it. I never heard of anyone ever stumbling on something sitting down. I'm going to repeat that again. Keep on going, and the chances are that you will stumble on something, perhaps when you are least expecting it. I never heard of anyone ever stumbling on something sitting down. Charles F. Kittering, businessman. What do you think about this, Big Ree?
Great one. I love it.
Basically, what's your take? What's your take on this quote of the day?
Don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy, but get out there.
Yeah, get out there. You don't just rely on other people. You need to do it yourself.
Yep. And then just, things don't happen when you're sitting at home picking your boogers on the couch. Things don't happen. Whether you want, everybody has goals in life. Everybody has plans, dreams, or just things that they want to accomplish, and you think you're going to sit on your couch and things are just going to get done. That's not how it happens. And you got to get out. But I think what's also kind of a key take here is like sometimes, or a lot of times, you want to over-plan things in life, and you try to plan things, and you're doing all the research, and you're trying to do this and try to do that, and sometimes you just got to do life, and good things will happen, right? Like you're like always trying to find that right job or start that right business, and sometimes you just got to live life, and that right business will just come to you, right?
Yeah, facts.
Or maybe you're trying to find a significant other. You're trying to meet somebody, and you're doing too much. And maybe, that'll just come to you, right?
Yeah.
When you're least expecting it, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You never know. I mean, I know you go to the bookstores a lot, don't you, Big Ree?
Yeah, 100%.
And, you never know. I mean, maybe you stop going to the bookstores and you're trying to go to the grocery store all the time, and, and maybe, who knows? Maybe things will happen for you in different places when you least expect it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And so that's kind of what it is. It's kind of like, I kind of can relate this to you, Big Ree. You always say, you miss all the shots you don't take.
Yeah, you miss 100% of shots you don't take.
And kind of how I relate that to this quote is, if you at home, ain't nothing going down, so you're not taking any chances.
Yeah.
And just don't do things and expect certain results.
Yeah.
Just do life, and things will happen. Good things happen.
Yeah.
And that's when it's kind of when you least expect it. Don't just always look for a business. Sometimes you do things and then something comes out of that you did, whether you help somebody do this or you help somebody do that. And then, holy crap, wait, I can do that. I'm actually pretty good at that. And people are paying to do those things. Yeah, maybe I can start a business doing that. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, somebody says, hey, give me a haircut. And you cut somebody's hair and like, damn, bro, you did a good job. Oh, crap, well, maybe I got some barber skills. Maybe that could lead to a business, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. So all I'm saying is I like the fact that, you'll stumble upon something. Just do it. All right, let's move on. Let's get into a recap, Big Ree, of last week. We went 4-2 on the video.
Yeah.
4-2. And what that does is, Big Ree, that makes you 13-3. 13-3 over the last 6 weeks.
Oh.
13-3, boys and girls, Big Ree, over the last 6 weeks. I am 9-3 over the last 4 weeks. And just on fire, Big Ree.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Let's keep that momentum going. I mean, obviously, with the member-only ATS picks, we're 7-2 last week. And on fire. We're on a really good run. Let's keep that momentum. Let's start off with Thursday night. Steelers beat the Titans 20-16.
Yeah, we had this as a bonus pick too on the members only. So we had the Steelers, and that was a cover. They covered the 2.5. So
yep, covered the 2.5, and even closed at 3.5. It covered that also, and so yeah, 20-16, they won, and as expected, I didn't see Will Levis delivering again, but he didn't play bad actually. Just I think at home it's tough, and give the credit to the Steelers. 5-3, they won. Chiefs 21-14 versus the Dolphins in Germany. This game was in Germany, correct?
Yeah, Frankfurt, Germany.
What are your thoughts here, Big Reeves? I got a lot to say about this game, so I want to know what your thoughts are.
I want your thoughts first.
Well, first of all, my thoughts are Tyreek Hill talking a lot, and now he had that big fumble at the end of the second quarter and ended up costing them big. That was huge. And then this speaks to what I've been saying all season long. I don't trust this Kansas City offense. These guys put up 14 offensive points. 14? 14 offensive points and got held to 0 in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the heck happened, but Travis Kelce had 7 yards and 2 receptions. I know that because he's on my fantasy team. And we need Taylor Swift. We need Taylor Swift back ASAP.
What was Kelce crying in his hotel room because his little honey buns wasn't there in Germany? Was that what it is?
I could
and
be.
Just didn't want to leave the locker room. Didn't want to leave the hotel room.
Maybe
Man up.
Mahomes not throwing to him. Two receptions.
When does Mahomes not throw to him?
I don't know how many targets he had. Maybe 3.
I don't know if he just wasn't doing his job to get open.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what happens. You get into love, and love blinds people, puts on the shades, and and he just wasn't thinking. He wasn't worried about this game.
T-Swizzle, we need you.
It wasn't looking good, and on that note, I said last week, and we were getting a lot of comments and even DMs about Ace. Who's going to make the Super Bowl? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Because I went on and I said, Chiefs ain't making the Super Bowl. I said, Detroit ain't making the Super Bowl. I said, Philadelphia ain't making the Super Bowl. And I said, the 49ers are not making the Super Bowl. So you want to know who's going to make the Super Bowl? Stay tuned. Right after I do my 3 picks for the week, I'm going to give you my Super Bowl picks on both sides. All right? And so let's move on. Like I said, look. Good win for the Chiefs. They keep winning 7-2, but do not trust that offense at all. Vikings 31-28 versus Atlanta. Yeah. This was one of my picks. I had Atlanta minus 3.5. And Josh Dobbs comes in. Jaron Hall gets a concussion in the first quarter. This guy comes in and plays really good.
Yeah.
He plays really good. Atlanta has 4 field goals not converting, and they did backdoor here. Obviously, Atlanta was up 28-24 with I think like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Is that considered a backdoor?
Yeah, I think so. It's
camera guy. Is that considered a backdoor when they win?
It's not really a backdoor, but I got taken at the end.
Yeah,
I got taken at the end, but I'm pissed off that Josh Dobbs came in, but whatever. Take responsibility. No excuses there. Browns 27-0.
Yeah.
This was an easy one. This line started at 7.5, closed at 13.
Damn, see?
Cardinals total yards of 58 total yards, Biggery. That is unbelievable. There's nothing to say there.
There's nothing to say. Browns defense played good.
Your Packers 20-3, Biggery, against the Rams. What do you got to say about them?
Good win. I gave you guys like a 2-month warning that they're gonna get whooped.
That the Rams are going to get whooped?
Well, yeah, I have proof, too, in our group chat.
That you did? That you said what? Yeah. The Rams are going to get whooped, guaranteed?
Go whooping.
And they did win, and, Jordan Love put up some points.
J-Lo.
Good win for the Packers. The Rams completely suck, with or without Stafford.
Yeah.
These guys are trash.
We need Stafford back. We need Puka. We need to throw the Puka.
Puka kind of cooling down.
Yeah, we need
Everybody's
Stafford
talking
back.
about Puka as like the next great hype. Calm down. Commanders 20-17 versus the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even say anything about this game. I don't even know what to say. Like,
Patriots are the Patriots. They are who we thought they are.
yeah.
That's who it is. They are who we thought they were, and Patriots just suck. What can I say?
Yeah.
Your boy Sam Howell, 326 yards. Now he's number 2 in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah.
Jumped 4 spots to number 2.
Yeah.
The Saints 24-17 versus the Bears. This was my pick, and this is the pick I'm so upset about, Big Ree. First of all, 24-17, and you win by 7, and the Bears have 5 turnovers, and you have 0 turnovers, and when you win by 7, what a joke. First of all, what a joke. But more importantly, they're up 24-17 in the 4th. 8 minutes left. Okay, Big Ree. They got them. They're on. New Orleans is 4th and 1 on the Chicago 17. So they can kick a field goal, get 3 points. They go for it, and they get stopped. They get no points, no field goal. They don't drive it in for a touchdown. 0 points. Okay, on the Bears 17. Then a few minutes later, they are 4th. And I think 3 on the Chicago 29.
Yeah.
46-yard field goal. Hits the upright. And they miss the field goal.
Okay.
All right? Then, with a minute and a half left, they are 3rd and 3 on the Chicago 13. Chicago stops them on a 3rd and 3. They kick a field goal, and they cover the 7.5.
Okay.
These guys get the first down and kneel it 3 times to end the game. So 3 opportunities in the 4th to cover this 7.5, and these bozos don't get it done. It's unbelievable. That's the one that really bothers me.
Yeah.
I'll take the L on the Atlanta, but that one really, really hurt. But whatever. Ravens 37-3 against Seattle, Big Ree? What happened here?
I don't know. I mean, they went down big early. Obviously, it was 20-0 at half. And then the rest is just history. They had to throw it a lot. Kenneth Walker couldn't get involved because they had to play catch-up. And the rest is just history. And I know you're going to get into it, but I'm going to call it right now. The Ravens are coming out of the AFC. I told this to Double A after we had my birthday dinner and we went for a tea. I told that to Double A. I've told it to multiple people.
You like Baltimore?
Yeah, they're coming out. I have Baltimore coming out of the AFC.
So do you think this win shows more about Baltimore or Seattle? That Baltimore is that good, or Seattle is a pretender?
Combination of both. I think Baltimore is everyone. When you think about Baltimore, it's all Lamar Jackson and everything, but their defense is really good. That's where it is. That's where it's at.
Their defense is great. Their defense is really good. Really good defense. But it goes down to the same. Their defense is really good, but at the end, can you trust a one-dimensional Lamar Jackson? He can run. He can pass at times. That's going to be the question. I don't know the answer to that. But
I got the Ravens coming out of the AFC, and I stand by it.
But it's not a bad pick. I'll get into my picks later on. Texans on a wild one over the Buccaneers, 39-37. That was a wild game. C.J. Stroud, rookie record, 470 yards, 5 touchdowns. This guy looking legit. And I liked him coming out of Ohio State. And Texans, I mean, they're winning games. It's very interesting. I got to give a shout out to my boy Baker. I mean, the guy's looking like a solid player. I mean, maybe he's not a franchise type player, but this guy has a place in the league.
What about C.J. Stroud, bro?
I just talked about C.J. Stroud. I mean, this guy's legit.
Did the Panthers make the mistake, though?
I can't say that yet. I'm not going to say that
A lot of people in one of my group chats were saying that. I was like, we can't judge that yet, man.
Big Ree, you know what? I didn't want to go there. I did not want to go there, but I have to go there. All these guys and all these people, we're in an era now and an age where people just overreact for no reason. And you got to blame the media for this. After every game, there's a report on how is this player doing and what is he living up to his contract or his billing. This crap never happened before. Before, maybe at the All-Star break, halfway through the season, who's doing well? Maybe at the end of the season, 1 year in. This is the damn problem. The people want to say, oh, did they make a mistake already? How many games? Halfway into the season and 9 weeks and people are talking about a mistake? This guy, Bryce Young, has no weapons. I said this at the beginning of the season. The Panthers are going to be horrible.
Yeah, I think we both said it.
I said this one. If you guys watch our video of over and under win totals at the beginning of the season, go back and watch it. I said my lock of the year was Panthers under 4.5 wins. I think it could have been 6.5. I said this was the lock of all time.
It was 4.5. I definitely not 6.5.
I think it was actually 6.5 in our video. And I said this is the lock. Absolute lock. This guy has no weapons. So we can't judge it. But this is the damn problem with social media. And this is the problem with these so-called analysts and the era that we're in. How many people hyped up Josh Allen too early? They hyped up Allen. He's not been able to live up to the billing. They didn't need to hype him up that quickly. How many people, 8 games into Brock Purdy's career, hype this guy up like he's the next great hype? Stop it. Let these people play and the stats and the careers will make themselves. But everybody wants to put up a video every goddamn day and put up a podcast and put up something about, oh, this person's not living up to the billing. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, is Dame Lillard a bust in Milwaukee 4 games into the season? I mean, get out of here. Stop it, guys. Just stop it. So, do I say CJ Stroud? He's the number 2 overall pick. We all thought he was going to be really good.
Yeah.
Is he better than Bryce Young? You can't say that yet. So he's good, but we'll see. Colts beat up on the Panthers 27-13. Raiders put a dumping, literally dumped on the Giants 30-6.
Yeah, I mean, Danny Dimes got hurt, torn ACL, so.
Waste of $160 million. This guy's done.
He got 160? I thought it was 3 years, 75.
4 years, $160 million.
Damn.
4 years, $160 million. This guy is done. Torn ACL. He's out for the year. This guy, at this point, he's got no trade value. Nobody wants him. I don't know how much was guaranteed, but this is a horrible contract. And I said it when they gave him this in our offseason video. This is horrible. They need a tank. What's the record? 2-7. Get the number 1 pick. Draft Caleb Williams, and that's it. Move on.
Yeah.
Or even Drake May. Move on here.
Yeah.
This is done. The Raiders, let's not act like the coaching changed everything. I think it helped a lot, and I think the Raiders will be fun to watch, but combination of just the Giants suck. Cowboys against Eagles, the game of the week, 28-23. What do you have to say about this?
I mean, I was impressed with the Cowboys. They had their chances, and at the end, they messed up. On the 3rd down, you didn't spike it. You tried to get a playoff. And you messed up there. I don't know what else to say. The Cowboys are the Cowboys at the end of the day.
This loss is on Mike McCarthy. Coach of the Cowboys, this is on him. Absolutely. They had a chance when they were down 28-23, 4th and 7 on the 30 to kick a field goal. They had 3 timeouts. You kick that field goal. You have 3 timeouts. You hold them. And then you can go for a field goal and win the game. And they decided to go for it on 4th and 7. Horrible play. Horrible decision by Mike McCarthy.
Well, I completely disagree for several reasons.
Go ahead.
One, if they get that field goal, Philly's not going to play the way they played. 2, if they do the other thing, everyone else is going to say, that was a terrible decision. He should have gone for it. It's just the way it is.
But who cares about what everybody says? Who gives a crap about what people on Twitter and people on, they should have done this. Who gives a crap? None of that matters. What matters is what was the right decision at that time.
But I'm saying that the Eagles would have played a lot different.
Yeah, of course, because they're not going to try to give Dallas the ball back.
Exactly, if they just need a field goal.
No, but that doesn't mean that Dallas can't stop them. Dallas can still stop them.
Yeah.
That Dallas has to play defense. And they're still going to stop them. And let's not act like Philadelphia is going to completely change their play calling.
They are.
No, not completely. No.
Yes.
They're not going to completely.
They were just trying to run the clock at that point.
They're not going to throw it 3 times and just give them and take a chance of giving them the ball back with a minute and 30 with just having a field goal. So it's going to be a combination of conservative and try to get the first down. But Mike McCarthy, absolutely I blame this loss on. And like I said, I'm not right, you're not right, but that's my opinion that we can, that Mike McCarthy blew this here. He blew this. I was in shock, Big Ree. I was in shock when they didn't kick that field goal. In shock, okay? I was in shock. In shock. I had Philly -3.
Yeah.
I had Philly -3. I was like, oh, this is donezo. It's going to be, these guys going to kick a field goal, and it's done.
What are you talking about? I had Philly -3.
No, but I'm saying on an actual, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
You had it on the picks, but I'm talking about when you're watching the game and there's live tickets.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and I'm like, dude, this is donezo. This is donezo.
Yeah.
And I was in shock. So I blame this on Mike McCarthy. Let's move on. Bengals 24-18 versus the Bills. This was my pick, the Bengals. They won easily. And, I mean, Joey B looks good. Yeah, looks back to normal like Joey B. And Bills look like crap. What can I say? Yeah. They're not a bad team, but they're not a contender.
I agree with that. It's 100% right.
Joey B, Josh Allen, look, Josh Allen was what Joey B is now. Everybody thought he was the great white hype, the savior. He's done, and Joey B has taken the throne.
Yeah, he's number 2 for sure, easily.
You know what I mean? Nice. Josh Allen, just get out of here. And not only that, Josh Allen was able to mask all of his issues when they had such a good defense. Their defense is not good anymore.
Yeah,
their defense is a 15th, 16th ranked defense.
Yeah, their defense sucks.
And so when you have a great defense, kind of like Baltimore, they have a really good defense, they're able to mask some of Lamar's issues.
Yeah.
Cleveland, really good defense, masking Deshaun Watson. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan and a Watson fan, but he's not looking great.
Yeah.
He's not looking like he's worth $230 million guaranteed. But look, Bengals, congrats. Yeah. I'll give them that. They won, and it's exciting that they're looking good. All right, Big Lee, let's get into the BS segment of the show. Last week, we announced that, a Thailand trip is going to happen. Everybody was on board. We have breaking news. Tickets have been booked for Thailand. Round-trip tickets from Los Angeles International to Bangkok, Thailand for 2 weeks. 2 semanas, and it's gonna be a fire trip. Big Ree, Ace, Z-Ball, Javi, it's going down. We are set to fly out of Los Angeles International in about 2 days. It was quickly all done within the last few days, and so we're en route to Bangkok, Thailand. I cannot wait, Big Ree. I don't know how pumped you are.
Yeah, I'm pumped too.
It's going to be a trip, long overdue vacation for Ace. I've done some mini vacations, but we're going to be there for 2 weeks. Nothing like, and I've never been to Thailand, so I'm pumped. I know you're hyped like crazy about the food, the beaches, and, tentatively we're going to be in Bangkok. We're going to be in Chiang Mai. We're going to be in Phuket, not sure. If anybody's from Thailand, please correct us how it's pronounced so we don't look like idiots in Thailand. And then potentially Krabi.
Yeah.
and some of the other places. So it's going to be fire. And the trip is going down. I cannot wait. I just want to throw out to anybody that's from Thailand or anybody that's been to Thailand that's watching the show, give us some tips and tricks. Let us know anything to avoid, anything, and I already know what message are going to come, but anything to avoid and any advice and any etiquette rules or anything, let us know. Me and Big Ree cannot wait for the trip.
Yeah.
How pumped are you, Big Ree?
Like 10 out of 10, bro.
10 out of 10. Oh man, I'll be honest. First of all, I'm hyped for sure, but obviously we booked this so quickly and it all came together so quickly. Part of the reason has been this has been on the list for years.
Yeah.
And so, that's why it was easy to be like, okay, let's go. But I got a lot of admin and things I got to take care of over the next 2 days before we head out. So I'm a little bit kind of stressed about that I got that done. But I'm pumped. But then also, I've not been on this long of a trip with you, Big Ree.
Yeah.
And so that's a little bit, I would say a little bit worrisome. International, 2 weeks. Same with Javi. We've been on Vegas trips, we've been on other trips, but being this long, that's gonna be interesting because throwing Z-ball into the mix, it should be fun for sure. I think we're all pretty, chill dudes, but you just never know when you're with somebody for that long how things are gonna play out. So
yeah,
I mean, we'll see. We're gonna have a lot of. Obviously, we'll have recap for sure when we get back. But just want to give the viewers a heads up that we're going to be filming from Bangkok, from wherever we are.
Yeah.
We'll be filming, so don't worry. The videos will be coming in. Obviously, it'll probably be a little bit different. We'll be recording live from Thailand, so we'll make sure the videos will come out. But obviously, timings will be a little bit off.
Yeah, for sure.
But don't worry, the videos will be coming. And anything else you want to throw out?
No, that's pretty much it. Well, let's get into the shout-outs. We got Ed Zabrowski. He said, nice picks, boys. Best cappers.
Let's go, Ed. We appreciate it. We do our best. Steve Danucci. Let's make some loot for show.
Shout out to Tank 5958. Ravens, Cowboys, Super Bowl.
All right. Shout out to not a Biden fan. This guy's always in there, and so we appreciate it, brother.
Shout out to Eric Lunding. He gave a quote of the day. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. Very philosophical. I have to think about that. So
yeah.
Want to give a shout out to the brothers Adam Zane. We appreciate it, bro. Dallas, Texas in the house.
Yeah.
Anything else, Big Ree?
Yeah, I want to give a special shout out to a couple of the people I know. I want to give a shout out to Fatima, Aisha, Mustafa, Lil D, and Daniel.
All right, so give a shout out to the Big
From
Five.
Surrey.
Right, Surrey, Vancouver, British.
And we can't
Columbia.
forget Sufi.
Sufi. The little kid Sufi. Shout out to Sufi. Shout out to the boys, Anis and Haroon. And want to give a shout out to the boy Umar. What's up, playa? Big
What's
playa.
up, Umar?
Any real estate needs out in
Surrey?
Yeah, these guys got you on lock. So we shout out to Toronto and Vancouver with nothing but love for Canada. Anybody else?
No, that's it.
All right, so I think if not, let's get right into the docket, Big Ree. So without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. Game 1. We got the New Orleans Saints at the Minnesota Vikings. The Saints are a 2.5-point favorite. New Orleans 5-4, coming off a 24-17 win versus Chicago. They barely won by 7 versus a backup Division II quarterback that had 5 turnovers. Not impressed with that game last week. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Honestly, just a very inconsistent team.
Yeah.
Very inconsistent team. Carr is playing well. 25 for 34, 211, 2 touchdowns. Most importantly, 2 interceptions. Mike Thomas was sick last week. I think he barely played any plays. That's a big deal. You're missing your, top 1 or 2 receivers behind Olave. Obviously, they went up against a really good Chicago run D. I didn't know their run D was that good, Big Ree. They're a top 5 run defense in Chicago.
Yeah, and they traded for Sweat.
Sweat, so I didn't know that they were that good. Then we got Minnesota 5-4 coming off a 31-28 win versus Atlanta. 4-game winning streak, and they have won 5 of their past 6 games. They won when, first of all, Jaren Hall, the rookie quarterback out of BYU, got injured in the first quarter, concussion protocol. Quarterback Josh Dobbs comes in and plays well on a short notice. Just got traded, 20 for 30, 158, 2 touchdowns, 66 rushing yards, and another touchdown on the ground. But here's my thoughts here, boys and girls. First of all, they're 5 out of their 6 wins. They played Atlanta, whose quarterback was Taylor Heineke. Their quarterback they played Green Bay. Their quarterback's Jordan Love. They played San Francisco. Their quarterback is Brock Purdy. They played Chicago. Their quarterback is Bagent. And they played Carolina, whose quarterback is Bryce Young with no weapons. I mean, I'm not impressed at all with who they've won against. Josh Dobbs, nice story. He came in, but playing New Orleans defense is different. And honestly, everything just worked out for Minnesota in these 5 wins. They honestly, they beat San Francisco, but that says more about San Francisco and their quarterback situation than it does about Minnesota. Dobbs is at QB. Let's not act like this guy's a good QB. He's a serviceable game manager. He's been keeping these teams in it, but Dobbs is at QB. They got no run game. They got no Justin Jefferson, even though there's reports that he might play, but he's not going to play. And New Orleans, I like them to bounce back here. This is an easy one, boys and girls. Do not get fooled. I'm taking New Orleans. I'm doubling down, and I'm taking New Orleans again after last week. New Orleans minus 2.5. Game 2, San Francisco 49ers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Niners are a 3-point favorite. San Francisco 5-3, coming off a 31-17 loss to Cincy prior to the bye week. They're on a 3-game losing streak, the Niners. Two losses to good teams, Cincinnati and Cleveland. The other loss to Minnesota. Look, these guys, they scored 30 points in their first 3 games. Their last 3 games, they scored 17 points, exactly.
Okay.
That's interesting. And injuries have obviously affected them. McCaffrey was hurt. Then Trent Williams, that's the big hurt. Deebo Samuel was hurt. Obviously, they were on a bye week and can get a little bit rested. Then we got Jacksonville, 6-2, coming off a 20-10 win versus Jacksonville prior to the bye week. So they're rested as well. They're on a 5-game winning streak. But I am not impressed with Jacksonville. Look at that. Trevor Lawrence, the stud quarterback. This guy has 68% completion. That's pretty solid in the NFL. But 9 touchdowns in 8 games? 9 touchdowns in 8 games? And I think he's not going to have more than 2 against the San Francisco defense. I just don't see that. And here's my thoughts. The defense is giving up at least 5. In 5 of their 8 games, they've given up at least 20 points, okay? In 5 of their 8, Jacksonville. And they have the number 30th ranked pass defense. Number 30th ranked pass defense, Jacksonville. And as much as I'm not a fan of Brock Purdy, everybody knows that. I mean, against a number 30th pass defense, I don't think he's going to have any problem. I think -3, this is ridiculous. This should be -5.5. maybe 6.
Yeah, and
Maybe 6.5.
Just a little side note, just a little correction.
Go ahead.
They were on a bye week, and you said Jacksonville coming off a win versus Jacksonville.
Okay, Jacksonville coming off a win versus Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Jacksonville coming off a win versus Pittsburgh prior to the bye week.
Yeah.
Are all good? And so this should be, honestly, Niners 6.5. That should be the line here, but because they're on a losing streak and Jacksonville's on a winning streak, that's why it's 3. Don't get fooled, boys and girls. I'm taking San Francisco -3. All right, game 3. We got Denver at Buffalo. Buffalo is a 7.5-point favorite. Denver 3-5, coming off a 24-9 win versus Kansas City prior to the bye week. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They have won 3 of their 5 games since starting 0-3. Other than the Miami game, which they lost 70-20 on a 50 burger, their losses are not horrible. I think they lost by 1 point to Las Vegas in week 1, 2 points to Washington in week 2. And more importantly, Russell Wilson, 66% completion, 1,600 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions only. Russ is looking good. He's not putting up a lot of pass yards,
dangerous.
But he's looking pretty good. Running
Is he
back,
looking dangerous?
He's always dangerous. And running back Javonte Williams, 357 yards, 4.0 yards per carry.
Yeah.
He's starting to pick it up. Then we got Buffalo, 5-4, coming off a 24-18 win versus Cincinnati. 24-18 loss to Cincinnati. As I said earlier, they did not look good. They are 3-3 in their last 6 games. Only impressive win is a 48-20 win versus Miami. That's the only impressive win. Their other 4 wins are none of those teams have a winning record for Buffalo. Allen, just too many turnovers. The guy has an interception, I believe, in every single game in his last 5 games. I mean, this is just unacceptable. You cannot turn over the ball. And then what I said earlier, Big Ree, is their defense is not great anymore. They're not a top 5 defense anymore. And that just puts more pressure on Josh Allen. And Buffalo should win this. They're at home. They're a good team at home. But I wouldn't be surprised if Denver actually wins this game. I think Denver has a bye week. They're going to regroup. And this is their last chance to actually make a wild card run. They gotta win. And I like Denver to cover here. And so I'm taking Denver plus 7.5. And on a couple of notes before I hand it off to Big Ree, my Super Bowl picks, everybody's saying, you went off on the AFC and you're like, hey, Kansas City is not making it. For the AFC, these are the 3 teams that are going to make it. One of these 3 teams are making the Super Bowl. Cincinnati, Jacksonville, or Baltimore. And they all have their own flaws, right? Jacksonville, I said, they have a bad defense, pass D, and I don't trust Trevor Lawrence right now. He's capable, but he's 9 touchdowns in 8 games. Baltimore, really good defense, but can you trust Lamar Jackson solely to pass the ball when you need to pass? I don't know. Cincinnati, I mean, Joey B looks back to form, right? Their defense looks solid, but their offense is not great. Their defense is not great, so they're kind of just good on both sides. I like one of these 3 teams is what I'm going to say. I'm going to give them 3 teams.
But you said you were going to give your actual Super Bowl.
So you want me to give an actual pick?
But though, I'm not going to put pressure on you. You can say
I'm going to give my actual pick. And my actual pick here, I'm taking Jacksonville.
Okay.
I'm as much as like I wouldn't mind seeing Lamar in there. I'm not buying it. I think they're gonna play well, but I just don't see them actually making it. And then Cincinnati, I think they have to play really perfect for them to make it. And I think Jacksonville goes on a streak. And so I'm taking Jacksonville. At this point, I'm taking Jacksonville. But these are my 3 teams. On the NFC side, look, I said this earlier that Eagles, I just don't trust their defense this year.
Yeah,
I don't trust their defense. I just don't. Their defense does not look good. The Niners, I don't trust their quarterback. Everything else I trust about the Niners. The only way the Niners are making the Super Bowl is if they make a quarterback change, which is possible at this point. Purdy's not looking good right now. There's a chance they insert Darnold and they say Purdy's hurt. So if they do that, then the Niners are very, very, very nice. But with Purdy, they're not making it. Let's just stop that. That's done. But my other two picks, New Orleans is a sleeper. They're going to run the table. I said last week that they're going to go 8-1 or 7-2.
Yeah.
They won last week. But they still have a lot of things they got to clear up. And then Dallas is an interesting team. And I know everyone says Dallas always chokes, but they always choke until they don't choke. Okay? And so I think those are the interesting teams. There's not much coming out of the NFC. And, Niners are not making it. I said that. So New Orleans or Dallas, and it's tough. It's tough there.
No, it's
but
not.
I'm giving one of those two teams. Who do you like?
I don't know, but Dallas is definitely not making the Super Bowl. I'm making that clear.
Everybody knows I talk smack about Dallas, but look, I think Dallas is interesting here. I think they're interesting. If you want me to make a pick, I say Dallas over New Orleans. So that makes it Jacksonville versus Dallas. Look for the futures on that matchup, boys and girls. Today is November 6th. Look for the futures. You got to get what? Yeah. Maybe 600 to 1 on that correct matchup.
Yeah.
700 to 1 maybe on that matchup. Look for that, guys. And real quickly, before I hand off, I want to give credit to Big Ree. Big Ree is 13-3 over the last 6 weeks. On fire, Big Ree. And so that's unreal, Big Ree. Congratulations. Big Ree is over 80%. So, all right, Big Ree, let's go.
All right, the first game I got is the Colts versus the Patriots being played in Frankfurt, Germany. Colts 4-5 coming off a 27-13 win versus the Panthers. Pats 2-7 coming off a 2017 loss to the Commanders. Colts look good last game, and Colts have the better record here. And I think the Colts, I looked at the stats, and Gardner Minshew did not play that well.
No, he did not.
He had 127 yards, 1 touchdown. Jonathan Taylor had 47 yards. They had 2 pick sixes, which is not going to happen again, by the same player, Kenny Moore. And the Patriots always win when it's unexpected. They beat the Bills, which was impressive. And I think they're going to win this game. But I'm definitely going to, as much as I don't like Mac Jones, I think Bill Belichick has some heat on him. And it's in Germany, so anything can happen. There's no fan base. And then Colts are at home, and I think this is going to be a whole different curveball. The current spread is 2, but we're going to buy half a point and take it to plus 2.5. So I'm taking the Patriots plus 2.5.
Bam.
The next game I got is the Packers at the Steelers. Packers 3-5 coming off a 20-3 win versus the Rams. Steelers 5-3 coming off a 20-16 win versus the Titans. As a Packer fan, I can acknowledge this offense is bad. It's growing pain. It's a work in progress. And Steelers' defense is good. And I don't think the Steelers' offense is good either. And Packers' run defense is all right, but I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game. The current over-under is 37.5. We're going to buy up half a point, and I'm taking under 38. That's my lock of the week. The last game we got is the Titans at the Bucks. We got the 3-5 Bucks coming off a crazy 39-37 loss, as we talked about. The 3-5 Titans coming off a 20-16 loss versus the Steelers on Thursday night. Another game where both offenses are not good. And don't get fooled by last week's game of the Bucks. They played the Texans defense. The Titans have a much better defense. And I'm taking under 39 here.
All right. Should be a juicy weekend. Anything else you want to say before we sign off, Big Ree?
No, that's it.
All right. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. We love the comments, and let's have a good week, boys and girls.